Imagine a machine gun so deadly and so devastating that the Allied troops in World War II nicknamed it Hitler's Buzzsaw, a weapon designed to tear through obstacles and chew through anything in its path with a pinpoint precision. Now picture that same gun with just a handful of tweaks over 80 years, still a soldier's best friend across war-torn landscapes, from Afghanistan to Ukraine. Is it impossible? Well, get ready to be amazed by the incredible story of the MG3. Born from the ashes of war, a design so ahead of its time that it remains a successful war machine gun even today. World War II loomed in the late 1930s, and Adolf Hitler was meticulously preparing for the global conflict. The Wehrmacht and the German armed forces were the undisputed masters of machine gun technology at the time. With the cloud of upcoming war, they were eager to launch a new weapon to replace a versatile but aging MG34. While MG34 was a formidable war technology, it did have some limitations that needed correcting. On the one hand, it was susceptible to extreme weather like storms, dirt, and mud. On the other hand, it faced limitations regarding production efficiency. So in February 1937, three companies, Grossfuss AG, Rheinmetall Borsig AG, and Stubgen AG, were assigned the task of presenting designs for the next generation of German machine guns. Little did they know that an unfamiliar designer would revolutionize the combat machine guns forever. Grossfuss AG was a total wildcard in the competition. It was a company with no history in weapons, their expertise manufacturing sheet metal lanterns. But fueled by their lead engineer, Dr. Werner Gruner, Grossfuss AG's ambition was to create something extraordinary. Gruner, a complete firearms novice, wasn't fazed. So, what did this resourceful innovator do? He joined a machine gunner training course, recording the experiences and absorbing everything like a valid learner. With all such operational knowledge, he did the unexpected. He borrowed mass production principles from the Mauser Rifle Company, which resulted in a more straightforward and cost-effective design using fewer and less expensive specialized parts. While the competitors developed highly complicated gas-operated prototypes, Grossfuss' unique design stood out. Months prior, he couldn't design a conventional gun, but now he was on the verge of creating the most prominent game-changer of World War II. An unlikely hero was born. Gruner's MG42 wasn't another machine gun. It was a revolution in the industry, a game-changer, a battlefield destroyer. So, strap in, because there's plenty to discuss about the revolutionary MG42. But first, if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support fuels our drive to create the best military content possible. Conventional machine gun manufacturing methods were completely overhauled. Gruner's design used stamped steel parts and clever assembly methods, cutting down production costs. This made MG42 extremely cheap to produce. The production cost per unit was reduced from 327 Reichsmarks to just 250 Reichsmarks. The required raw materials were slashed nearly in half, from 98 pounds down to 55 pounds. But cost saving wasn't all. It had a new roller-locked recoil system. This improved mechanism made it reliable and resistant to jamming. MG42's firing rate was almost double that of its closest counterparts. Like the American Browning machine gun, it rained down a storm of bullets at over 1,200 rounds per minute. So, the MG2 was cost-effective, way more reliable, and deadlier. It achieved all this by focusing on simplicity, a brilliant shift when others were focused on complexity. When it hit the battlefields in 1942, it gathered an overwhelming fear among Allied forces. The Soviet troops called it the Linoleum Ripper, for its unique sound of chewing on anything and everything along its path. The Allied forces nicknamed it Hitler's Buzzsaw, for its ability to reduce everything to shredded remains within seconds. As one US fighter said, it can cut a man exactly in half with a single burst, just like a hot knife through butter. The MG42 story does not end there. You're about to see how this Cold War phoenix arose from the ashes of Nazi defeat to fight another day. In 1945, the World War ended with Germany's unconditional surrender. Most assumed that MG42 would fade into history. However, it was too brilliantly made to be scrapped so quickly. As Cold War tensions with the Soviets escalated, West Germany got permission to roam once again. The question of a new machine gun arose, and the answer was clear. Take the proven killing power of the MG42 and adapt it to NATO standard 7.62 by 51mm ammunition. Rheinmetall Company was assigned the task this time. They took the MG42 and a series of upgrades followed. It was optimized, improving the feed mechanism and rechambering for the new 7.62mm rounds. In this way, MG1 was designed. By 1968, these optimizations and refinements culminated in what we now know as the MG3, a warfare weapon that retained its ancestral MG42 DNA while meeting all of NATO's specifications. The reputation of this legendary firearm for unmatched firepower and reliability spread through Western militaries. Over the next few decades, over 40 national armed forces, including Canada, Italy, Spain, and Australia, adopted it. But before we explore this iconic weapon's contemporary usage, let's take a moment. If you're finding the story of the MG3's bizarre rebirth of Hitler's weapon to a respected NATO arm, smash that like button and subscribe. Decades after its Cold War upgrades, you might expect this aging weapon to eventually show its age in the 21st century. But think again. This veteran weapon, pushing 80 years, remains one of the Earth's most feared machine guns today. Military experts consistently rank it among the top 3, along its young rivals like the Soviet PK and the Belgian M240. That's despite the MG3's design predating the PK by 20 years and the M240 by a whopping 40. It is simply staggering and truly remarkable on modern battlefields. Part of this iconic weapon's continuing relevance comes from critical factors. First off, its blistering rate of fire remains unmatched. Although it requires intense training to be adequately controlled, light machine gun crews fire short, controlled bursts of 3 to 5 rounds for optimal accuracy. Heavy machine gunners on tripods manage longer 20 to 30 round bursts before adjusting aim. However, vigilantly managing the extreme cyclic rate is a key to both scenarios. Moreover, such an extreme rate creates extensive heat. After 150 rounds of fire, the barrel needs to be swapped to avoid overheating, and special heat-resistant gloves are even used for safe handling. This intense fire control is why this battle-tested gun remains incredibly potent across NATO forces. Beyond that, the MG3 functions as a portable infantry weapon and a vehicle-mounted crew weapon. From frozen Afghan mountains to the deserts of Iraq, this iconic gun keeps on firing. There are even upgraded variants, like the MG3E, which offers weight reduction for easy handling and enhanced mobility. The multi-barrel Rheinmetall RMG 7.62 model is specifically designed to increase heat tolerance and sustainability further. So the core MG3 is an old warrior, but optimizations in the form of new variants keep proving its worth. To this day, facing the MG3 is daunting for any soldier. Troops who have encountered it in combat speak volumes about its psychological impact. One of the soldiers opines, as someone who has trained alongside and against MG3s, I can tell you that the psychological effect of being downrange of one for the first time is exceptional. You can grow accustomed to it later on, but while other machine guns like the FN Mag might be easier to handle, they don't have the same ability to keep your opponents pinned down when they first hear that signature Buzzsaw sound. It's a real shock weapon. It continues to be produced in Turkey and Pakistan to ensure its legacy lives on. In fact, Germany recognized its everlasting value in 2019, and plans were announced to modify several thousand MG3 receivers to continue using vehicles in low-level anti-aircraft and turret-mounted roles soon. Hence, the legacy continues. From its origins overseen by a new designer to its unmatched toughness and ferocity during World War II and the Cold War, this iconic weapon's story is truly one for the ages. The MG3 stands as a testament to the enduring impact of a single brilliant idea. I hope this tale has you appreciating this incredible machine in a new way. If it did, go ahead and smash that like button, share this video, and tell us what impresses you the most about the modern MG3. Is it its dual role as a portable infantry and aircraft weapon, its ability to sustain super fast rates of fire, or simply its 80-plus-year-old design? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, remember to subscribe for more epic stories like this one. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.